Sophie Cunningham is going viral right now for a TikTok video she made. She got fined $500 by Kathy Engelbert for making this slick TikTok. That $500 fine. Absolutely hilarious. The WNBA just crossed the line again. Sophie actually posted about it herself, saying, "I got fined $500 for this time. It wasn't a no-call on a blatant foul or a technical for a player reacting to being shoved. No, this was different. One of the few players with the courage to speak up just got slapped with a fine for calling out what fans have been screaming about all season. The officiating in the league is a disaster." And Sophie dared to say what everyone already knows. Fans are responding because she called out WNBA officiating and the refs. Cunningham posted the video 6 days ago, where she's lip-syncing lyrics from Sabrina Carpenter's Man-Child. The caption was subtle but biting. "At some refs, or is it slow? Maybe it's useless." Yesterday, she reposted it on X, mentioning the fine. And here's the kicker. She wasn't just standing up for herself, she was defending Caitlin Clark, arguably the most targeted player in the league right now. If you believe Caitlin deserves better, if you see through the silence and spin, then drop "Spicy Sophie" in the comments because this can't keep happening. Sophie called some refs stupid, slow, and useless. Damn, and she's not wrong. Sophie Cunningham didn't hold back. She got elbowed in the face during a game, and the ref just stood there, didn't call a foul, didn't blow a whistle, didn't even blink. It's as if getting hit in the head is now part of the WNBA experience. The message was loud and clear. Players can take abuse on the court, and refs will do nothing. In the Sun game just before this, she got chucked out of bounds. Ref watched it. 2 possessions later, elbow to the face. Still nothing. And it wasn't like the ref didn't see it. Sophie got hit in the back of the head, and the ref looked right at it. No whistle. Instead, shook her head like, "Nah, you flopped." That's wild. And instead of addressing the actual problem, the league decided to fine Sophie for a TikTok. She dared to share her experience, and the WNBA made her pay. Referees that are stupid, slow, and useless? Apparently, those are fighting words now. And what makes this worse is that in the very next play, Sophie breathes on a player and gets called for a foul. Meanwhile, obvious, dare we say flagrant fouls, elbows to the face and shoulders, get ignored. That's not just bad officiating, that's dangerous. And the $500 fine? That's not discipline. That's a warning shot to silence anyone defending Caitlin Clark, who's taken cheap shots all season while refs swallow their whistles. Sophie's message hit a nerve, not just because it was true, but because it gave a voice to what so many Indiana Fever players have been feeling all season. Rough play, targeted fouls, and zero protection. Her fine wasn't just punitive. It was strategic. A signal to every player in the league. Fall in line or you're next. And you can see it on Caitlin's face. She's mentally and physically beat down. And it's not just the Fever or Caitlin. It's a bunch of players across the league who've been speaking out and nothing gets done. Let's give Sophie credit. This wasn't just venting. This was leadership, honesty, the kind of raw truth that fans respect and teammates appreciate. While the WNBA punished her, fans had her back immediately. Are we shocked that an activist basketball league targeted Sophie Cunningham? Nope, not at all. This league's got its priorities all mixed up, chasing clout on social media instead of protecting its players. But again, that's not the point. She should not be getting fined for this. Support poured in from every direction. Players, journalists, fans, even former WNBA stars. Everyone watching this league unravel knew exactly what was happening. And that's why Sophie became more than just a player with a fine. She became a symbol. It doesn't look like she'll receive another fine for her criticism, but that's not the point. The point is, Stacey Dales of the NFL Network is laughing her ass off about it because it's so absurd. Sophie's fine is just one more chapter in a growing book of how this league silences critics. Players who defend Caitlin get punished. Those who target her get a pass. Sophie gets fined for a TikTok, but players can bulldoze Caitlin Clark nearly every game without consequence. Let's just be honest. Caitlin Clark has endured more dirty plays than any player in recent memory. She's been elbowed, tripped, shoved into scorers' tables, and she gets fewer calls than anyone else. Fans are holding their breath every time she goes up for a layup, not wondering if she'll score, but if she'll survive. And the silence from the league? Deafening. After Sophie got elbowed in the face, she said a few words to the ref. Ref responded smugly, I'll remember that. Then, bam, phantom foul. That's not officiating. That's retaliation. When Caitlin returns and refs still ignore the fouls against her, it's going to take someone consistently speaking out, because we know the coaches are too scared to get fined. In that same game, Sophie gets pushed for a jump ball, says 2 words to the ref, gets told, "I'll remember that," and minutes later, gets called for breathing on a player. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark gets mocked online after being injured, poked in the eye, and her own teammates like DJ Carrington and Alyssa Smith go on Instagram and laugh about it. League response: nothing. That's the double standard fans are fed up with. Caitlin Clark changed the game, broke records, brought in millions of new fans. She is a phenomenon, the biggest draw in WNBA history. Her presence alone drives ticket sales, merchandise, viewership. She's not just a player, she's an economic engine. And yet, the league refuses to protect her. Worse, they punish those who do. Sophie's fine isn't about a TikTok, it's about a broken system. Commissioner Cathy Engelbert and the WNBA leadership are more interested in controlling the narrative than protecting their stars. Sophie didn't start a fight. She didn't cause a scene. She posted a video after getting elbowed in the face. And that was enough for the league to pounce. Meanwhile, players who hack Caitlin Clark? Nothing. Fans see it. Even casual viewers see it. Sophie gets fined for a TikTok, but other players can laugh about injuring Caitlin online and face 0 consequences. That's not inconsistency. It's a message. Keep your mouth shut. It's crazy. These players need protection. It's as simple as that. But what do players and coaches do? Stay silent. No one wants to be the next to get fined. Sophie is outspoken. She always has been. But this time, she chose to take the hit for a teammate. That's rare. This isn't about $500. It's about culture. About a league that punishes the truth-tellers and protects the aggressors. If the officiating were decent, maybe you could say players should keep quiet. But the officiating in this league is garbage. And fans have had enough. The moment Sophie revealed her fine, outrage erupted. Some fans even offered to pay her fine themselves. That's how strongly they feel. How did we get to an all-star game in Indiana where Caitlin Clark wasn't healthy enough to play? Because in her rookie season alone, she received 20% of all flagrant fouls in the league. Most from Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky. And they weren't just fouling her, they were laughing about it. In any other workplace, people would be arrested for what's going on.